shit, this car pulls really hard. The road as well, so that sucks. And you know, it's an asshole move to go to a free event, a free dinner, whatever it is, and then complain about the food or whatever the item is that you're getting for free. You know, you're getting to test drive these cars and really push it to the limits on the street. You can't do this anywhere else. You know, there's no other company. I've looked. I don't think I've seen any other company let you free drive these cars like this for free. You know what I mean? You get to street drive the cars by yourself, of all things. You know. So let's get on to the topic of the M2 here. The M2 is really nice. The M2 is really nice. The M2 is really nice. I can definitely drive it in manual mode all day. I don't care. I already drive a stick shift, as you know, so I don't mind driving cars hard. I don't mind the jerkiness of the cars. This, like I said, this is a really comfortable car. Compared to the X3, I think the seats hug you a lot more in here. There's not really much body roll. I definitely feel like I'm in a race car. You know, my seating position is because my hair is tied, but I'm really comfortable right now, man. You can like drop the seat back a little bit, you know, right here, you can drop the seat back a little bit like this and just chill, you know, it's a nice car. And then when you really want to, drop it in sport, put the shifter over and just use the paddles and shift the gears yourself, or have it shift for you, whatever you prefer. Or if you got a manual, even better, more fun for you, man. I think the M240, you should get it in a manual. For me, I already have a stick shift, so I wanted to look for a DCT car, and this is probably the car for me. Either this or like an M3 or an M2. Those are the cars I'm looking at right now, but this car sounds amazing out of factory with the M Performance exhaust on it. It pops. It doesn't have like too many snap crackle pops like the X3M, but it's really nice. So let's just get on the car right here. Already at 60. I mean, 0 to 60 in just a matter of seconds is ridiculous. And keep in mind, this car is small. It weighs almost as much as the M4, but it's really small, and it feels light. It's not that much lighter compared to the M4, but it feels light. That's the difference. You don't feel like you're driving some big ass car because it is smaller. The extra weight, I was actually talking to a guy that drove the M2 on the track. The extra weight on the M2, he said, actually helped him, you know, keep the rear planted and sliding a little bit more, so it was nice. But, you know, this car is a hell of a lot of fun. The wheel, the M Performance wheel it has, it feels great. So I'm going to drop it down to third right here and do a little pull. Foot to the floor here. Dude, I mean, you can hit 100 in this car, no problem. I'm getting real close. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to, you know, fat speeding ticket. If you get a ticket at these events, the BMW events that they do, the Ultimate Driving Experience, you keep that shit. You know, it's on you. You're driving. You're by yourself. So if you go here, you can bring your friends in the car. For the M240 and the M2 in general, I would say the back seats are not usable. Like this, the passenger seat isn't far back right now, and there's about this much room between the seat and the back seat. Not usable at all, really, in my opinion. But the trunk is actually pretty big. It's got decent room back there. I think the seats fold down as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But if that's the case, I mean, it's got a bunch of trunk space in the back, and if the seats fold down, that's even better. It's all the more better. So you can definitely fit a lot of things in this car. If you have a kid or something, you know, I wouldn't get this car. That's just my opinion. I've driven a kid around in my car before, and it's a two-door, so it sucks having to open the door, pop the seat forward. People put people in the back all the time. But if you're like me and you just pretty much drive yourself all the time, and you don't really pick anybody up, and if you do, you know, you might pick up like your wife or your husband or like maybe your best friend or whatever, and you keep them in the passenger seat, that's fine. You know, it's really doable. I don't even touch the back seats in my car at all. People sit back there. I don't sit back there, obviously. You know, I get my car to drive it. And if you want this car as a driver's car, this is the car for you. If you want something a little bit faster, obviously I'd say get the M2. But keep in mind, the M240 has a new B58 engine in it, and the M2 has the tuned N55. Although they do have the competition package now where you have